What it's like to be an independent board director.
Yeah, so I'm on a different kind of board for folks. And I want to be clear if people go look at LinkedIn, I do three nonprofit boards. That's my give back. I am on advisory boards, and it's how to work with the government largely for some tech companies because there are some nuances to delivering to the government and related to those nuances delivering to the government. I'm on what's it's called a foci board, foreign owned and control and influence business. And it's an Israeli company. It's Exonius. And I'm on the board of the Exonius Federal Service Board, AFS is what we call it. And not only do we have a fiduciary responsibility for this sibling or company of this Israeli company, Exonius, right? Um, we also have a responsibility so that the information that cannot go to a foreign owned company doesn't go to them. So there's this national security element associated with our responsibilities for business growth. And it's a sweet spot for former feds in particular because a lot of us still carry our clearances. I have my clearance. I'm looking in particular, I have focused my time on foci boards, as they're called, because I can walk in ready to go and I'm familiar with this one. So, but as I look at the board, we've talked about AI, we've talked about succession planning for our people. Do we have the right people for this next phase of growth of the company? There are individuals who are great. I'll call it at the super startup mode, right? They're jack of all trades and everything. But if you start to get into a little bit of O&M and a little bit of the same things going on, they don't thrive. So then you replace your staffing with people that do better with laying out policies and procedures to be repeated, and you examine them to make sure that it's appropriate friction, not friction that just creates busy work. We all remember our substitute teachers where you got paperwork to do and none of us liked it. We wanted to, well, some depends on how old you were, how much you wanted to learn it that day. And so you get to do a lot of different things. So from the board perspective, you're you're a jack of many trades. You bring an expertise to the table and you convert that expertise into value for that business, both through your network as well as the experience that you've had in business at high level positions. I did reports administrator, so technically I'm a C-suite CIO, as most in the federal government are, and so it's been fun watching this shift. In particular, we had to look at the changes in the federal government structure and make sure that the business was as resilient as possible for those elements that they could control.